what Michael's getting at is the burden of proof is an important one to remind everyone. It's on the prosecution, right? They need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Donald Trump broke the law. And you think, after listening to all of this, you think they fell short. How?
They fell way short, because let's start with reasonable doubt. What is reasonable doubt? And it's not simply a doubt based upon reason. Anytime a human being needs to make an important decision in life, if you have enough information, for example, doctor says you need open heart surgery. Doc, go ahead and schedule. I don't have a reasonable doubt. Conversely, if I say, I appreciate it, but I need a second opinion, I need more information, that is having a reasonable doubt. There is reasonable doubt all over this case. Where is Keith Schiller? Where is Alan Weisselberg? How did Michael Cohen get away with stealing $30,000? Hold a pity party for him. Made $4 million on this. Thought he'd be chief of staff. He's a fixer. If the plumber comes to my house to fix my leak, I could be home. That doesn't mean I know how he's doing it and what it's taking to be fixed. Stormy Daniels, let's hold a pity party for her. Why do we need to know whether or not the former president wore a condom or not? It's simply about, did the former president know that books, his records, false entries, for legal fees, Michael Cohen was his lawyer. Did he intend to cover up the election or to protect his family? It's everywhere.
When Randy gets to whisper tones, I start getting concerned.
So yeah, that wasn't Fox News, right? That wasn't right-wing media. You just heard CNN saying that this ain't what they claim it is. This is falling apart. And we got to talk some more about it, because there's some more stuff that's been said. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive into this Trump hush money trial. Check it out.
New Yorkers see it for what it is, a political prosecution. It's what the Trump teams have been saying all along.
But the fact that they're holding a rally across the seat from this very witch hunt right across the street tells us exactly what we all knew all along, that it is a political persecution.
So the Biden folks have finally done it. After months of saying the politics had nothing to do with this trial, they showed up and made a campaign event out of a Lower Manhattan trial day for President Trump. And the best that Biden can do is roll out a washed-up actor.
The Rock, Patrick Mahomes, Cardi B, lots of celebrities who endorsed Biden last time, refusing to run it back. So they recycle Punchy Bobby. Behind the scenes, Politico reports that Biden's hoping to seize on the Trump verdict by making an address to the nation from the White House. And on the campaign trail, will begin calling Trump a convicted felon. It's almost like they know the outcome. Biden's political strategy is identical to Bragg's legal strategy. Both men campaigned on stopping Trump, and both are now doing it in court, inside the courthouse and outside. And they're both using the same actors, porn stars, and despicable lawyers.
So yeah, you heard him correctly. There was a story from Politico, I believe, that said that Biden is planning on having a speech after the verdict is read. And I didn't know about, he's going to start calling him a convicted felon, which is also interesting. If that story is true, if that report is correct, he's not a convicted felon. So that's also interesting out of this whole situation. But, let's hear what the people have to say about this whole thing.
As an American, how have you handled this trial?
I'm a Trump fan, 100%. I think what they're doing to him is outrageous.
Today's a big day. I mean, Trump trial is wrapped up. What do you think's going to happen? How do you feel?
My husband, I'm kind of in like a different place. He thinks he's going to get convicted. I think it's just a big nothing burger.
Do you feel that this trial...
It's just a target.
He's a target.
Yeah, he is. They know that he has a chance to make America great again, and they just using that against him. That's what it is. It's just dirty politicians.
Looking for a guilty verdict.
Looking for a guilty verdict. Do you think it could happen?
Could happen.
I think ultimately he'll be able to run even if he is convicted. I think it's more of like a show, and I try to stay away from the noise.
All right, Fox News contributor Sarah Carter. You know, for a liberal city, interesting comments.
Oh, absolutely, Sean. And you can see the shift in how people are thinking. I think the majority of people are sick and tired. I know everyone I've been talking to said they're tired of these sham courtroom dramas. They're tired of President Trump being targeted. And that's the majority of people, even those that are independents or would consider themselves Democrats. They see this as the weaponization of the court system, the weaponization and lawfare. And they feel that President Trump is being targeted because of who he is, not what he's done. And in fact, I think what's really even more interesting is when you ask people, well, you want him prosecuted. For those that do want him prosecuted, what is he being charged with? They don't even have an answer. They can't even express what he's actually being charged with. And I think that says something about this prosecution. It says something about the judge. It says something about the way the Biden administration has handled this.
It's absolutely bogus. And the people, in large part, are not buying it. Are not buying it at all. And like I said earlier, I want to show you guys these clips from CNN. Once again, this is left-wing media. This isn't Fox News. Okay. Check out this clip.
Because I don't know that they have proved beyond a reasonable doubt that even if you believe the prosecution's theory of the case, that Michael Cohen was doing this, and Alan Weisselberg was doing that, and McConney was doing this, and all these people were doing all this stuff. I don't know that they've proven that Donald Trump knew.
They have not.
Yeah.
They absolutely have not, and I think...
They have not proven beyond a reasonable doubt. You want another clip from CNN? Like, once again, because I know there's going to be some folks that, lean left or are on the left that are probably going to be watching. So I don't want to show a whole lot of Fox News clips. So here's another CNN clip.
Look, I think that it's very likely this is the only trial that we are going to get before Election Day. And this case is not a slam dunk, which means that Donald Trump may very well not be convicted. Acquitted is the worst case scenario for Democrats because then it's the only trial you have. Look, I think
it's not a slam dunk. Interesting. But, you heard Jesse Waters say there towards the beginning that Biden is already planning on calling Trump a felon, which makes me wonder, how would he know? Maybe that's a false story. Maybe it's false news, fake news, whatever. But I don't think it matters. I think Trump benefits either way. If he isn't convicted, he benefits. But I think even if he is convicted, one could argue, I could make the argument that he benefits even more. But I'll let CNN tell you. Check it out.
You can see how some of the deck has been stacked against Donald Trump. The jury, of course, largely or all from Manhattan, 90% of which voted for Joe Biden. We know that, too. So the cake is baked on the biases here. The American people, though, fundamentally, they like and want fairness. If they perceive this to be unfair, it's going to blow up in the Democrats' face. And now you have Joe Biden saying he's going to comment on this trial from the White House. Not to mention the fact he went out today and had like a campaign rally with Robert De Niro kind of brushing Trump back and trying to go after Trump. He has made this political, a massive misstep by the Biden campaign and the Biden White House. It reeks of unfairness. The American people reject that in all forms.
Hogan Gidley, thanks.
I agree 1,000%. This is going to blow up in their face, especially since Biden made it political and gave came out, and I talked about this yesterday with Robert De Niro, held a rally, I guess, right outside the court. But Biden said it's not political. But Biden also has claimed that he's going to have a speech after the trial. But none of this is political, though. So why are you talking about it? Even CNN's own Fareed Zakaria said that if Trump wasn't Trump, then this wouldn't be a case at all. Those are his words, not mine. Don't believe me? Here, I'll just play the video because y'all know always got the clips, baby. Always got the footage. Check it out.
Meanwhile, Republicans seem to be uniting behind Trump. Whatever opposition he faced in the primaries has largely melted away. And the trials against him keep him in the spotlight, infuriate his base, who sees him as a martyr, and even may serve to make him the object of some sympathy among people in general who believe that his prosecutors are politically motivated. This happens to be true, in my opinion. I doubt the New York indictment would have been brought against a defendant whose name was not Donald Trump. A majority of Americans are skeptical that Trump will be able to get a fair trial, according to a CNN poll.
That was CNN's Fareed Zakaria. He said it himself. I doubt if his name wasn't Trump that this would have been brought. And that's the truth. If it wasn't Donald Trump, then this wouldn't be a case at all. This wouldn't be a case at all. We all know that. We all know that. They looked into this previously. Alvin Bragg's predecessor looked into this and didn't bring charges. So when you had another prosecutor already look into the situation and didn't bring charges because there wasn't anything, but now all of a sudden you have a prosecutor and Alvin Bragg who, oh, well, look, guys, I'm going to bring charges on this that, my predecessor said, oh, well, there's nothing here. Huh? And I believe it was looked into federally as well, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comment section. But I know for sure his predecessor looked into the situation for sure. But I think also on a federal level it was looked into and no charges. But all of a sudden Alvin Bragg's got this wonderful case. That just doesn't even make sense. So honestly, and this may shock some folks, I hope they convict him. I do. I hope they convict Donald Trump. I hope they do. So everyone can see how biased, how Joe Biden and Democrats have destroyed our justice system and are taking us down the path of destruction. I hope they do it. Please do it. I beg of you, jail that man. Give him the longest sentence possible on those charges. Convict him with conviction and give a great speech about it afterwards. I hope Joe Biden comes out and gives a speech about how Trump has been convicted and now he's this convicted felon. I hope they throw him in jail. I do. I know some of y'all like, Rich, whoa, slow your roll now, slow your roll. I truly believe that's going to wake even more eyes up to the truth. That this is all political. It's all a sham. And you just heard it from leftist media. That wasn't from me. Those weren't my words, even though I agree with those words, right? That wasn't Fox News. I mean, I played Fox News there at the beginning, but I also had several CNN clips, and I've got more, right? I don't want to make this video too long, but I hope they arrest him. I hope they throw him in jail. I do. But do you? Do you agree with my assessment here in that them convicting him and throwing him in jail is only going to cause him to garner more support? Is only going to cause him to grow stronger. I believe it. I believe the way to defeat Donald Trump is you ignore Donald Trump. The way that you lose to Donald Trump is you continue to mess with him. You continue to speak about him. Right? And what are they doing right now? Continuing to mess with him, continuing to speak about him. So I believe he's only going to get stronger. And the American people at large, we aren't stupid. We see this for what it is. It's a political witch hunt. Simple and plain. And them convicting him and throwing him in jail, even though we can all see this is a bogus trial, I think it'll only wake up even more people. But like I said, y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section below. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.